Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kara. Thanks for tuning into this video. If you're here, that means you want to know all about the new Cover FX foundation. It's called the POWERPLAY foundation. And of course, I am rocking it on my face today. But this video, we're going to take you through everything. We're going to take you through the specs, the price, the application. I'm going to let you know what they claim for it to do and if I agree with those claims. So if you guys are interested in my thoughts on the Cover FX POWERPLAY foundation, go ahead and keep watching.
Alright y'all, so the Cover FX POWERPLAY foundation retails for $44 and it comes with 1.18 fluid ounce worth of product. The Cover FX foundation claims to be a modern matte, weightless, medium to full coverage foundation with all day wear, supposed to help control shine and have environmental protection while blurring imperfections. It's supposed to be non-drying, sweat-proof, waterproof, transfer resistant. It's also a vegan and cruelty-free formula that's free of parabens, fragrance, talc, and gluten. This foundation has shades in the pink, neutral, and golden undertones, and collectively the full collection has 40 shades available for you to choose from. My shade that I picked up is G100, and the box also has a full listing of the ingredients, which I will have the link down below to Cover FX's website where they have it listed as well. Rather than this foundation having a pump, it has this pretty unique applicator that you basically squeeze it out. So I'm going to show you what the G100 shade looks close up. And the G in my foundation shade just stands for my golden undertone. And being that I already know how this applies, I wanted to basically take the Cover FX foundation and put the shades against some of my most frequently used foundations. This one here is my Lancome Teint Idéal foundation. Next up is the Maybelline Superstay foundation. That liquidy, runny Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation. One of my OG holy grails, the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation. And lastly, the NARS Radiant Longwear foundation. And this is just a close-up of all those shades together. Now let's get into the application of this. Starting off with a cleanse face. Of course, you guys know I did my skincare prep, and I want to start off with Cover FX primer. This is their blurring primer. Now taking the foundation, shaking it up, and going ahead, this is the amount of product that I'm using my first go round. And on one side of my face, I'm going to be using my Morphe M439. I'll list it down below. Taking one of my favorite foundation brushes. Now with the Morphe brush, I did find that it did give a fuller application. Side by side, you can kind of see a difference, so that's why I ended up going all over my face with the sponge again. So we're just going to blend that out, make sure everything is blended all together, and I'm going to give you a close-up of what my face is looking like now that it's all applied.
So today we're just going to talk about this Cover FX POWERPLAY foundation. As I stated before, my shade is in G100. The bottle says it has an expiration date of 12 months. Now they're calling this a modern matte, which I don't know what they mean by modern matte. What I can say is I do find it to be matte to the touch, but I personally have dry skin around the perimeter and then like oily skin in my T-zone. So I do have like combination skin, you can say. And I don't find this foundation to be too drying or anything like that. So I guess that's what they mean by modern matte. I don't know. It says it's a weightless full coverage foundation. Full coverage, yes, I will agree with that, because there were plenty of times that I've worn nothing but this foundation to work. Like I didn't do all the extraness that I did today with the highlight and the contour and all the extraness. I have worn this plenty of times, and if I have a picture of it, I will insert it right now. So that's how I look with just the foundation, nothing else on. And in the application video, I did zoom you guys in so you can see how everything is covered up and looking. One claim that Cover FX says for this foundation is that it's transfer proof. And I personally don't find that to be 100% true. I work in an office environment, and when I'm in the office, if I touch my face and I touch a paper and I see something on the paper, it kind of grosses me out. What I will say is that it has minimal transfer, but not necessarily transfer proof. But if you're purposely continuously touching your face and stuff like that, you guys know we perspire and things like that, which they say is sweat proof. I haven't gotten there yet because this freaking weather in New York is crazy and it just won't stay hot. So I can't tell you if it's sweat proof. I can tell you above my mouth is where I typically sweat, And by the time, I don't know if you've seen it in the application demo, but by the time I basically finished with the rest of my face, I was already sweating above my mouth. So I did end up having to take the Laura Mercier translucent medium deep powder, and I patted that above my mouth, and that's basically how I get it to be so smooth and non-sweating. They claim for it to be an all-day wear foundation. Now that I definitely do agree with. I have no problems wearing this foundation for my full work day. I do work 8-hour days. Sometimes I do like overtime or something and I'm doing a 12-hour shift. But I will say, in both cases, this foundation definitely does last. So this foundation, I mean, it's bomb, honestly. It says it has shine control, which I like to put my glow exactly where I want it. So I don't think my face changes up too much throughout the day. So I definitely agree with that. It says it has environmental protection. There's no way for me to test that out for you guys. It blurs imperfections. Now, I personally don't have that many imperfections. The only problem areas that I have on my face, as you can see in the application, is that area above my mouth where I have the scarring from when I had eczema. And of course, we all have those need more sleep bags underneath our eyes. So this foundation does a great job of covering up both of those imperfections with no problem. Of course, I don't have like lots of acne marks of hyperpigmentation or anything like that. I can't speak for that, but I do think it's definitely worth getting a sample and trying it out, because personally this is like one of my new favorite foundations, honestly. Previously, I don't have a lot of products from Cover FX. Now, previously I had their, what are those, the custom cover drops, and I used to love them things. But I had the shade N100, which I always thought was like a little more on the reddish side. So I was like, let me go on Cover FX website and see if they can color match me and see if they'll do a better job. So I went on their website and they directed me over to Facebook Messenger, which is where they help you to do your shade match. That whole situation was bomb, if you ask me. I'm gonna go ahead and insert clips. Well, actually, I'm gonna put a link down below to my Instagram, because I've already done the clips and everything there. You can just swipe through and see what our conversation was, and we came up with the shade G100, which I believe to be the perfect match for me. Like, if you see my skin compared to my neck, I don't have too much of a difference, contrast. Like, I don't see too much of a difference between my neck and my face, which, oh my god, this is the best foundation match that I've had so far. This actually takes precedence to my Lancome Teint Idol, which you guys know that one is my holy grail foundation. But this one is coming in as a close second, just as far as the shade range. Wears all day. I'm not personally a fan of the packaging. You guys know it has this little nozzle tip that I showed you guys. Not really a personal fan of it, because in the application, if you saw, I had to actually dip into the foundation twice. Not dip in, but you know, pour out some of the foundation twice on the back of my hand, because it's never a guarantee that you're getting the exact same amount of product. You're basically eyeballing it to see if that's enough for your face. So that's one thing that I don't like about it, but you know, it's not that serious if you ask me. It looks really small, but it does have a full 1.18 fluid ounce of product in here. So I don't think they're skimping out. Now, is it worth the $44? Hell to the yes, it's worth that $44. I think this foundation is bomb.com. If you guys want to feel it out, go ahead into Sephora, get a sample, check it out. And I'm not sure if Ulta has this in stores of yet. I know Sephora just recently started selling it. I got mine from the Cover FX website. Definitely check them out. Even if you're not going to purchase, go ahead and get your shade match. I'm going to link that down below as well. And there'll also be a full list. I mean, there'll also be a link of everything that Cover FX says about it, because on their website they list the full ingredient list and stuff like that. That's not something that I get too much into, but for those who care, I'll go ahead and link that down in my description box as well. So yeah guys, that's basically everything that I had to say about the Cover FX POWERPLAY foundation. By any chance that I left out any information that you would like to know, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this foundation. You guys are going to be picking it up. Let me know that as well in the conversation. If you tried it, let me know if you like it. And if you like this video that you just watched, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and join the K Squad by subscribing down below. Of course, we are a very friendly, drama-free community. How does Rich Luck say? Community. I love Rich Luck, so he be having me dying. But anyway, yeah, that's it guys. So thanks again for tuning in, and I hope to catch you guys on the next video. Later, y'all.